All right, everybody. I am so happy to be here today, and I am being joined by five of our many superstars, but five of our superstars on the team that have all achieved ranks over the last month, and I am excited. We wanted to get on here today to just kind of share with you our story, a little bit about why we got involved, a little bit about our story and what success and results we're having with this amazing product and this amazing company, and where we see the company going in the future. I thought it was important for people to just see who we are, what we're doing, and the success that we're having with this amazing company and the amazing products that are out there. So I'm going to close this out after we're done, but I want to start with ladies first. So I am going to throw it over to the amazing power couple and let Meredith talk here and James. Meredith and James, take it away.
Hi, so my name is Meredith,
And I'm James.
and we have started an amazing company. And within this company, we have amazing leadership, we have amazing products, we have amazing, just a warm community, and then we also have a system that is duplicatable. And for me, I have joined this particular company because of the product. That is where I started. It is something that helps me. I had a lot of problems with shoulder pain, anxiety, blood pressure, things of that sort. And when I began taking the product, it really helped me as an individual. I was no longer in pain. The anxiety stopped. I was able to sleep, and bring peace back into my home because of my happiness. And also joining with such a wonderful, amazing company. I mean, we are growing. It is like an epidemic. The products the business itself, it's a major movement.
Yep.
And anyone that has not heard about it will hear about it because it is helping people all over the world. And so our job, my husband and I, we have been doing this it's been a blessing, a gift to us, and we have just been giving to other people to share the good news of what can help, what can benefit, rather than taking prescription drugs, something that's all natural.
Yeah.
And we have such a love and a passion for people, a love and a passion for the community in which we work in, the leadership, our team members. We could not have done any of this without our family, team members is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is such an amazing company to be a part of. And if you haven't joined, if you haven't heard anything about it, connect with someone, because it is something to be proud of, to be something that you will want to engage in. And if not, begin to take the products to change your life. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much. That's all that I have to say.
All right.
Wow.
Love you.
Okay. I get to go after all that good stuff. My name is Dawn Rodarte. I live in Colorado. And why I got involved is because of that Mr. Carlos Martinez sitting right there. Him and I were in a business before together, and that business kind of went the wrong way and went down. And so Carlos reached out to me and said, Dawn, I got this thing, you gotta take a look at this. And first and foremost, trust is everything in a business. And I have always trusted Carlos. He's just a great man, a very servient man, willing to help people. And so I already had the trust that Carlos wouldn't lead me astray. So I knew that part, but I did want to learn more about the product. So I went out and did a little bit of research on the product. And oh my goodness, when I saw what it was and what it did, now keep in mind, I'm in Colorado and we are a marijuana state. So marijuana is rampant here. You can just walk in and buy it. In fact, I walked into a store one day, it said health center. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, this would be a good place to go talk to them about CBD oil. So I walk in there. It was a marijuana center. And they said, we can't talk to you because you don't have weed in there. So I was totally blown away. I would have thought that it would have said dispensary or something on it. But anyway, that's how we operate out here in Colorado. And I'm telling you a lot what Meredith and James had said. The family that we have here is so extremely amazing. The help that you get, the love for each other. We don't really compete, but we help. And when I saw the products and what they do for people, I thought, I'm in, because I'm all about helping others. And I knew that even if I didn't have an ache or pain, I definitely could find someone that did, that I could help. I had a great example with my dad going through knee surgery at 84 years old. He was off of pain meds in 3 days, and I gave him nothing but CBD oil. And he was dancing with his bride in 8 weeks. So there you go, people. It's that great. And I got involved because I too am a servant, and I want to help others. I want to help people to live a healthier, longer life. And I am so blessed and thankful that I joined this great community in this company. And Josh and Jenna are amazing, and the marketing system is amazing. And you just can't you can't go wrong. So for people that don't know, this industry is going to explode by 2022 to $22 trillion. I'm sorry. So if you're not involved, hey, find somebody and get involved. If you want to change your life and everyone else's around you, it's a great opportunity. So thanks, Ron. On to you, Lillie.
Hey, that was awesome. Woo. Anyway, what these leaders have expressed is it. You know, I love the fact that the Lord has placed me here with this amazing community, this amazing product, this amazing company. No comparison. You know, I've been in the health and wellness industry for the last 13 years, and I've never been able to actually help people, number one, with their health ailments. I was very limited to, you know, health, you know, for their pain, their anxiety, autism, just, you know, to name a few. Personally, you know, as I said before, I've always taken vitamins and stuff, and according to me, I was really, really healthy, and I am. Thank goodness I am, and my family. But I didn't realize that whenever I started first the oil, you know, I thought, well, what am I supposed to feel? You know, because I don't have any problems. Thank goodness I don't have, you know, anything that I should feel a difference with. Well, the first thing that I noticed was the inflammation. You know, us women have, you know, of course, some of us have children, and so our bladder tends to get a little bit on the weak side. So it strengthened my bladder to a point where I could just drink lots and lots of fluid and retain it and beautifully. And number two, I didn't realize how anxious and how stressed I was living until about close to a week, about 5-6 days after taking the oil. I started noticing that, wow, you know, everything's slipping away from me. I'm just like real carefree, and nothing was really worrying me. You know, I was really a worrywart and didn't really notice it before, you know, to a point where it was extreme. But yes, that, and you know, my mother, you know, she's 85, and she couldn't get out of bed, you know, until she spent like 10 minutes trying to slowly get out of bed. Now she pops right back up. It's amazing. My whole purpose here is to make a difference for people's health, number one, and also introduce them to the best system that there is. You know, we're innovative. Our system is unique. Our system is simple. And actually, basically, you just have to follow directions, as I've always said, you know, just follow directions from our leaders. I thank God for Ron, who brought me onto this. I'll never stop thanking Ron for introducing me here, and these awesome leaders that I'm surrounded with, Carlos, James, Meredith, Troy, Dawn, you know, all of you guys are beautiful people, and couldn't ask for better, for a better community. Very supportive, and we just have the best and the most amazing opportunity there is. I mean, you gotta realize that. And so my why, finally, it would be to set the best example for my children. You know, it can be done, whatever you set your mind to, it can be done. And my whole purpose here is to continue to be healthy and travel with my family, my children all around the world. And that's it.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Lillie, that's great. You guys, my name's Troy Barrett. I'm from Central Oregon. I work for a living in the educational field, so I work in a high school on a daily basis. And when I saw this opportunity, I was done. I was done with network marketing. I'd been 20 years in multiple companies. I was actually on vacation when I saw this company. I'd been, prior to my education field, working in education, I had been in outside sales. And what happened in my career is I was very successful. I used to do presentations for companies. I used to do presentations for businesses in the cell phone industry. And about 11 years ago, I started having really bad anxiety, and I'd have panic attacks to the point where I couldn't even do my job anymore. I would get too anxious to even go in and talk about my products. I'd be halfway through a presentation and my brain would start to feel all cloudy. I would start to just be getting, it's that fight or flight type of feeling. I would feel like I needed to just run out of the room while I was in the middle of a presentation. And so I never understood what was going on. I went and saw my doctor, and my doctor put me on one of these benzene products, a pharmaceutical product. And so for 11 years, she told me I would never be off of the medication. I'd have to take this the rest of my life. And so what happened for me is, like I said, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. But I was open to seeing what CBD was. I started reading about CBD oils, and I actually responded to a free ad that I saw on Facebook. And my sponsor introduced me to Ron Deering. And Ron, I'm so thankful for you and for our team. What ended up happening, you guys, is they turned me on to our flagship product, our CBD oil. And I started taking 15 drops of this in the morning, 15 in the evening. And before you know it, I've now reduced my medication in the last 4 months by 50%. And in addition to that, you guys, I was able to, when I wasn't even looking for a business, I was able to make $1,000 in my first 3 weeks in this business. And so I just started sharing the opportunity and telling this story, just like I'm telling you right now. I just started telling my story to people. And next thing you know, I just recently was able to achieve the level of 5K affiliate. And now I'm working towards working with Ron and all the leaders of our team just to go for the top and reach the top of the company. And so I am now seriously, just 4 months into this business, contemplating which month I'm now going to leave the educational field to do this full time. And my whole focus now is just bringing health and wealth to all the people around the United States, around the world, that we can bring this to. And so if you're even thinking about the fact that, you need just a few $100 extra to help your family, you need something to feel better because you've been depressed, you've had anxiousness like me, I highly recommend that you get back to the person that invited you to take a look at this opportunity, and you take it really serious. What we've been told is we're seeing 1,100% growth in our company alone in the last year. And the industry, Forbes magazine, is saying is going to grow, like Don had said earlier, to $22 billion in sales by the year 2022. So the opportunity is now. This is the place you need to be. And we are a team, and we'll invite you to join our community.
Well, awesome. Stories. Troy, I didn't know that about that. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Awesome stories, everyone. And folks, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Carlos Martinez, and I live in Chicago. And I got introduced to this awesome opportunity, the best CBD oil on the planet, through the awesome gentleman you see down there, Ron Deering. I've known Ron, my goodness, well, he's my Christian brother, first off, but I've known Ron for probably close to 3 years, and we come from a front-end marketing system called My Lead System Pro, and Ron is a technical genius. He's a software engineer, by nature and by career, and so he was the guy that I would go to build up my blog, to build up my ClickFunnels, whatever it was. He was the IT man, and Ron did excellent work. And, Ron, the thing is, I was already in various multi-level marketing companies or network marketing companies over the years. So Ron was always trying to get me in with his, and none of them really interested me. None of them were like, oh, Ron, well, thank you. And but I still wanted to be my IT guy, kind of thing. So that was not going to change. But then as Don had mentioned, we were with a previous organization early, prior to coming here, and it closed down, right? It closed down. We're not a business or whatever. And Ron all of a sudden reached out to me a few short days later, and he says, Carlos, I'm not being a vulture. I'm not being a vulture. I've been trying to get you on my team for a long time. I go, I know, Ron. What do you got, man? I'm open to see what you have. He goes, well, Carlos, it's CBD oil. All right. I'm like, whoa, okay, because he knows that I'm very much in the health. I've been studying holistic health on my own for like 31, 32 years. Most of the books that you see here, they're either Christian books, or they're personal development books, a lot of health books. And it's just something that I have a passion for. A college professor back in 1986, 1987, just kind of taught us a lot. He was supposed to be teaching biology, but he actually was teaching nutritional health. And back then, he was helping patients cure their cancer with high dosages of intravenous vitamin C. And we're like, Professor Garrett, you're amazing. You know what? They should be singing your praises. You cured cancer. Like, no, they're trying to strip my license away. They're trying to think because I'm curing people with unorthodox means, and being a young, naive 18, 19-year-old, like, well, he was a medical doctor. He had his medical license with the American Medical Association, but they were trying to strip him of his license because he was not just prescribing chemo. He taught us how to heal your body, the importance of healing your body, because God designed our body to be able to heal itself, but you got to feed it the right nutrition, plants, and food from the earth. So that man just set me on a quest. Professor Gary set me on a quest that I just started devouring as much as I could on healing the body. And we're not saying that this is going to heal anything. We're not saying that because we got to be compliant with the Food and Drug Administration. We're not saying this heals anything. All you got to do is just do your own research. If you get to the point, like Troy, where you get just tired of taking pharmaceuticals, you're tired of it messing your digestive system. All you got to do is just read the warning labels from the pharmacy, right? All these different side effects, and you don't want to feel like that anymore. You want to try something natural for whatever it is that you're feeling. Give it a shot. Give it a try, because we've got a 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee. All right. Take the entire bottle of this awesome, wonderful oil, this miracle plant, the entire bottle. If you don't like it, just call us back. We're not, no questions asked. You're going to get your money back, but I think you're going to love it. But then you talk about where this industry is headed. All right. You talk about where this industry is headed. And Forbes magazine, a very, very much a well-respected financial publication, says right now the current market of CBD oil is approximately $500 million a year, right? So about $575 million. They're saying by the year 2020, just 13, 14 months away, it's going to explode to 22 billion. So the growth, most of the times you see like investment, like, the growth of companies, they go like this, up and down patterns. This one is like this. All right. This is what you call a market disruptor, right? So what's a market disruptor? A market disruptor is like Uber, right? Uber totally disrupted the taxi industry. A market disruptor is Airbnb, totally disrupted the hotel industry. A market disruptor is Netflix, totally disrupted the movie industry. Well, guess what this is? CBD oil is a market disruptor. It's disrupting the health industry. But then you couple that with, all right, where's the future of this? Where is this going? So Forbes magazine is saying this is exploding, right? Again, a very well-respected financial publication. However, we have major politicians on both sides of this. It's not a political issue. On both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, that they sit on as board members for major medical marijuana companies. They're on the advisory panel of major medical marijuana companies. So what is that telling you? It's just a matter of time before this gets legalized on a federal level, whether it's, a year, 2 years, or 3 years, but it's going in that direction no matter what. Why? Because it's time, right? The hemp plant has been just, if you look at way back then, I mean, the hemp plant has gotten bad rap, probably for the last 60, 70 years. Okay, there's this war on drugs and a lot of people being incarcerated for really what's an innocent plant. And we're not talking that you're going to get high with this stuff. This stuff you don't get high with. This is purely medicinal. All right, so we take the CBD oil, which is different than the THC. All right, so it gets down to something called, like, right down to your cannabis. I can't even say the word sometimes. Cannabidiol, right? Cannabidiol, C1 and C2 receptors. It gets down, and what it does, it helps your body establish homeostasis. Homeostasis is just balance. Okay, it helps your body heal itself from the inside out. Again, I'm not saying it's going to heal anything. All you got to do is do your own research, go to YouTube, go to Google, and you're going to find millions of people providing their own testimony. But I'm going to share a testimony with you about my dog. All right. We're dog lovers here in my family. We have four little Shih Tzu dogs. One of them is 9 years old. Her name is Canela. Canela means cinnamon in Spanish, for those of you that are Spanish challenged. Okay. And Canela, on September 21st, she was diagnosed with a huge mammary gland tumor. So I think the last time she had a litter was probably about 5 years ago, and I'm never going to mate her again. But she's had like 2 or 3 litters over her years. But once a dog has, its mammary glands, they kind of stay there, because when I'm walking her in the neighborhood, kids ask me, hey, does she have puppies? Does she have puppies? Because her mammary glands are still hanging. They're still hanging there. But anyway, that particular week in September, all right, she was not feeling good. And, and our dogs are like our kids. You just know when your kids are not feeling good. If you got little Johnny or little Betty that's always a troublemaker, and all of a sudden, like, man, little Johnny, little Betty's not feeling good because he's really quiet, and there's no trouble. You kind of almost beg, because nobody likes to see their kids sick, right? Like, okay, Johnny, please, you can be a troublemaker again, but just get better, right? But the same thing with our dogs. The dogs are the same way, because you notice that, man, Canela, something's going on with her. She's not feeling well. And I thought, because like last year, she was diagnosed with kidney stones, and I was able to help her with that kind of stuff. I thought the same thing was happening. So I was making sure that when I, walked the dogs outside to do her business, that to make sure that she was urinating and stuff, doing her business out there. And she was urinating fine, but she wasn't getting better. So then it got into the 3rd or 4th day, and I said, you know what, let me take her into the vet. So I took her into the vet on Friday, September 21st. And I feel so bad that I didn't even see this. The vet turned her over on her back, and she had a huge mammary gland tumor, like probably about the size of that big. It was big, all right? And it was very sensitive to the touch. It hurt her, because as soon as you would touch it, she'd yelp really loud, like, oh my goodness. And so the doctor, the veterinarian, what did she want to do to my dog? She wanted to put her on chemo. And as I mentioned earlier, I've been studying health for over 30 years, 31, 32 years. I lost track of how long I've been studying it for. And I know where chemo comes from. All right. All you got to do is do your own research. Chemo comes from mustard gas. All right. Chemo comes from mustard gas. And so I'm like, Doc, why am I going to give my dog mustard gas? Because I know what chemo does. Chemo kills everything in its path. It does not distinguish between good cells and bad cells. It's hoping to kill everything. Well, it's hoping to kill the cancer, definitely. But in the meantime, it's not going to distinguish between the good cells and the bad cells. It's going to kill everything in its path. And it weakens the immune system so that your body can't even fight off whatever organism is invading it. So I said, there's just no way, Doc. I love you, Doc. I respect you. You're still going to be my dog's veterinarian, but I'm not giving her chemo. So, well, what are you going to do, Carlos? I'm like, well, see this? I distribute CBD oil, all right? And I'm going to give her CBD oil. And she winked at me, and she goes, Carlos, CBD oil is awesome, but I just can't prescribe it to you because I'll lose my license. I go, Doc, no worries. I'm not going to do, it's all good. Like I said, you're still my dog's vet. So then what I ended up doing, I brought my dog home. I brought Canela home, and I took a before picture. All right. And then I started giving her the CBD oil that we have for dogs. So we got a bacon flavor for dogs. We also have dog treats as well. And those dog treats, that have like 2.5 milligrams of CBD oil per treat. What I was doing, because I wanted to give her extra, I would take the treat and I would take the bacon flavor CBD oil for dogs and put like a dropper full in there. And I was giving her 2 treats a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. Plus I was rubbing CBD oil on her mammary gland at least 2 or 3 times a day as well. Fast forward 7 days later, on Friday, September 28th, I took an after picture as well. Tumor gone in 7 days. Amazing story. And you know what? And if you go to my Facebook profile, if we ever become friends on Facebook, just go. You're gonna have to scroll down quite a bit because I put a lot of content down there. But go down there on September 28th, and you'll see the pictures of my dog, the before and after. And I think I'm gonna repost them again to kind of freshen it. But again, this is just this miracle oil, this thing that we're doing. And this is something that's real easy to share, right? You don't have to sound salesy. All you're doing is sharing the testimony, right? Kind of like sharing the gospel, right? Before Jesus, this is how I was. After Jesus, this is how I am. Before CBD oil, this is how I used to suffer. After CBD oil, I don't have that problem anymore. So for me personally, I'm a very healthy person, like most everybody here. I'm a pretty healthy person. but I've always kind of struggled with sleep. You know, I don't have a problem going to sleep because now being, 50 years old, I fall asleep on the couch real easy watching movies. You know, the problem is staying asleep, right? Trying to get a good deep sleep. Now I take this stuff. I take a dropper full in the morning. It gives me energy in the morning. I take a dropper full at night. I sleep like a baby at night. Now I get a full 5-6 hours of deep sleep. I wake up so refreshed. I'm like, man, just feels amazing. And guess what? You're going to be able to experience the same thing too. And just a couple of other things I want to cover, and I'm going to turn this over to Ron to close us out. I've been a part of the MLM industry, the network marketing industry, for 23 years. Most of my career is in the corporate world. I come from corporate America, like 29 years in what's called logistics sales. But I knew that if I wanted financial freedom, if I wanted time freedom, I was going to have to start my own business. And there's nothing better than doing it with a network marketing business. But you just need to have a simple process to follow, something that's duplicatable. And we're under an awesome, legendary leader by the name of Robert Hollis. If you don't know about Robert Hollis, okay, Robert Hollis has generated well over $50 million over his career, but that's not the best part of him, all right? Robert Hollis has helped 55 people generate over $1 million or more per year. And the most recent one is another one of our mentors by the name of Melody Ryba. Melody Ryba generated in the year 2017, $750,000. In the year 2018, she hit over $1 million within the first 10 months of the year. Okay. And if you hear Melody's story, just a few short 8 years ago, her husband died unexpectedly. She lost her home. She and her kids, she had young kids, young boys. Now they're like, I guess, college age. But back then they were young boys at the time. They were homeless, living out of her car for a year and a half, just 8 short years ago, until she met Robert Hollis and transformed her life. Well, guess what? We have his training here, and Robert has given us the authorization to give you this training for free. All right. And all this training works on your mindset. It works on your self-confidence. You're going to get rid of that stinking thinking. So you're going to come in, you're going to follow an easy, duplicatable system that anybody can do. You just got to be coachable, right? You got to be coachable, and you got to take action. And you couple that with what some of the people mentioned here already, a marketing system that actually helps you build your downline. All right. And on top of that, a commission plan, a compensation plan that pays back up to 85% back to the field. 85%. I've been in this industry. I don't think I touched on this, but I've been in this industry for 23 years in network marketing. I was with 15 different network marketing companies. This is my 15th. All the other ones, the most that they pay out is 50%. We pay back 85% back to the field. So all in all, if you're tired of struggling, you're tired of living check to check, you're worried about your retirement, you're worried about how you're going to pay for your kids' college, you're worried about, hey, you know what, am I going to join the MLM and no one's going to help me? You're going to get a lot of help here. We have an awesome Christian community of believers, people that, that aren't competitive in nature. The person you compete with is just yourself. You're trying to compete. You're trying to be just better than you were the day before, but you don't compete amongst each other. We actually help each other up and lift each other up about praise, and just getting rid of our stinking thinking and just get us out of our comfort zone. That's what you're going to get here. All right. If you're looking for help, you just want to do it like on a part-time basis or full-time basis, just get back with the person who invited you to watch this. And I'm telling you, your life will change. They'll give you a free tour. All right. And at the end of you watching their free tour, you're going to say, hey, this is for me. I got some additional questions. We'll answer your questions, or that person will answer your questions, or say, hey, this is not for me as well. That's okay. We'll pray for you. We wish you the best, and God bless you. With that, I turn it over to Mr. Ron. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Wow. I don't know what else to say at this point. These individuals are, now, and I do have some things to say, and we won't keep you any longer. But Dawn, 5K affiliate this past month, going to hit 10K or more this month. Lillie, 5K affiliate. She's amazing. She's going to hit 25K. Troy, as he said, he hit 5K. He's on his way to 10 and 25K. Mr. Carlos Martinez, 10K affiliate. He's going to hit 50K. He is amazing. You wonder why I get excited and passionate. Those of you who have been following me on Facebook and so forth, and I've got a lot of people lately that said, "What's going on? You're like a little kid again." This is why. I get to work with people like this. I get the honor and the blessing of working with these individuals who have servant hearts, servant leadership, when you hear this all the time. Oh, I'm in this business because I want to help people, and then you start talking to them and find out, yeah, you're in this business because you want to make a lot of money, and that's okay. Nothing against money, but with our team and our community and these leaders, when they say they want to help you, it's from the heart. It's from their servant hearts and their soul, and they truly want to help you, whether it be to make an extra $100, extra $500 a month to have some amazing success. So here's what I want to tell you, okay? Our company has, obviously, I believe it's a 5-star company, super leadership at the corporate level, an amazing compensation plan that Carlos touched on, an amazing product that is saving and helping lives, millions and millions of lives. It's a system that I believe is unparalleled in any other company. And I've been in and out of this business for 40 plus years. And I can tell you that, this is the best I've ever seen. And a field leadership with Robert Hollis and Jen and Josh Weigel is just amazing. Perfect storm. But what they announced in Vegas, and there were so many things that came out of Vegas in October that at our convention, we were identified as the best of the best, the purest third-party organizations that said that they will not work with any other network marketing company but our own. Our CEO is on the board of directors for the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, on and on and on. But that didn't even hit me as much as the new products they introduced. They introduced coffee. And if you understand, coffee is the number 2 commodity sold in traded in the world. And the number 3 commodity is the things you put in your coffee. So here they've taken the number 2 and the number 3 commodities in the world. Number 1 being oil. Most of us don't drink that, right? We're okay with that. But number 2 and number 3, coffee and creamers, infuse them with the largest trend in health and wellness and wealth in our lifetime, and created what I believe is going to be an explosion. Now, I liken it to sitting in the garage with Bill Gates, Paul Allen, and Steve Ballmer from Microsoft, right? We're in there with them. And, you've talked to those people that said, yeah, I had a chance to invest in Microsoft and I didn't. Well, there are going to be people that are listening to this right now. And they're going to say, I had an opportunity to get with Troy, with Carlos, with Lillie, with Don, and James and Meredith, and I didn't. 6 months, a year from now, you're going to be looking back and you're going to be going, what was wrong with me? Why didn't I join them in that garage? What was keeping me back from being a part of this at the garage level and sharing in that success? And you know what that success means? I'm a 25K affiliate in the company right now, on my way to be 50K this month. What does that mean? That means that I have been given, and God has blessed me with an amazing community that is impacting people's lives. It's not about the money. What the money is an indicator of is how many lives we impact, how many lives that we are able to change. I joined the garage. I went in the garage and said, take me, take me. These 5 individuals here said the same thing. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to get all that free training. You have the opportunity to become a part of this movement. But you have to do one thing. You have to take action. You have to take action and reach out. You have to take action. Comment below, private message one of us, someone else. Doesn't matter to us who. But if you don't take action and you don't make that decision and you don't move forward, you're going to be that person sitting out there looking back and saying, why not me? I was in the garage. I chose not to make that decision. I chose not to take action. I chose not to reach out. Don't be that. Don't do that, because you could be impacting thousands of people and changing their lives. But because you didn't take time to take a free tour, you're not impacting those people. You're not changing lives. So I just want to thank everybody. Troy, Don, Lillie, James and Meredith, you used to be here. I know your battery was getting low. Carlos, I can't thank you guys enough. I'm just so honored and blessed and highly favored to be a part and working with you, to be in that garage with you guys. And I can't wait till October. October is our next convention. We are all going to be on the stage with hundreds and thousands of others of lives that we've impacted. I hope it's you. Take action today. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being on here with us. And I can't wait to see you on the next one.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Wow.